A mysterious, otherworldly force obscures people's minds, making them commit suicide. Who and why summoned the killer from the netherworld? The psychics are going to reveal the truth. Welcome to Psychic Investigations, a channel of true and shocking stories. People who call themselves clairvoyants investigate resonant criminal cases and unbelievable paranormal phenomena. Lisa Credencer from Ukraine has asked the psychics for help. She's 21. A year ago, the young woman had a dream to travel across all the countries of the world, but now she can't even step out of her home. The reason behind that is the severe pain that pierces through her body.
I have 4 spine fractures, 9 rib fractures, a broken collarbone, brain concussion, and fractured pelvis.
Lisa fell from the rooftop of a 5-story building.
She's got 4 implants in her backbone.
What was she doing on the rooftop of the building, half a kilometer away from her home? Lisa can't say what brought her there and why she fell, because she lost her memory after she fell.
I don't recall that day at all.
Lisa's neighbor saw her fall from her kitchen window. The woman claims Lisa behaved like she was mesmerized.
She walked straight along the roof and then she fell suddenly.
The surgeons spent over 15 hours saving Lisa's life.
It was terrible. She was in a coma. We all prayed for her life.
I cried in pain, unable to understand what I was doing in the hospital and why I was hurting all over.
The police found no traces of alcohol or drugs in Lisa's blood. Also, having analyzed the position of her body and the distance from the building's roof, the experts concluded that nobody had pushed her. As such, the investigators assume she attempted to commit suicide. However, Lisa's friends and family claim it's impossible.
She had plans for the future. She dreamed to have a family and kids and build a career.
Lisa is one of the best makeup artists in her town, and she recently received a prestigious award given to the best Ukrainian makeup artists.
My work is my hobby. I enjoy myself doing it. Everything was great.
Lisa and her friends and family are sure that the thing that happened to her was done by an otherworldly force. What makes them think so is the fact that half a year before the incident, Lisa had seen a mysterious dark figure that lacked half of its body in her house.
A dark silhouette without eyes or anything else appeared. It was like a shadow.
The following night, a voice started calling out to her, and she went after it. However, in the morning, she couldn't recall anything.
We haven't found any mental problems in Lisa and can't explain what is going on to her.
The project's strongest psychics, Kayal Alekperov and Zhana Shulakova, agreed to help.
I saw the spirit of my late grandmother. She told me, when you find her who lies in the same grave as her murderer, don't trust Kayal's words.
You know, it's the first time when my djinns forbid me to take up an investigation. My book tells me, when you see the children in the burning house, find him who grants wishes. But what wishes does it mean?
Lisa's parents and elder sister, Aida, meet the psychics. Lisa herself can't stand for a long time because of the pain.
Hello.
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 Some evil spirit is indeed haunting your daughter. This is because some kind of contract with otherworldly forces.
Does Lisa practice magic?
We don't know.
Hello.
Hello?
This is the force bound to you. Have you ever practiced magic?
No, never.
Let me ask my djinns what kind of force it is.
According to the Quran, jinns belong to sapient creatures made by Allah. The other similar types of entities are people and angels. The jinns have aerial or fiery bodies and can assume any appearance. As a rule, they're hostile toward people, but part of them has acquired faith and started preaching Islam. This is the type of jinns Khayal Alekperov works with.
I was shocked. I tried to summon my jinns, but they wouldn't appear.
Has it ever happened before?
No, it's the first time.
Suddenly, we saw Aida feel unwell.
It throws me into the heat, and the next moment I'm freezing and begin to tremble.
I saw the entity. It was a black figure which looked like it was suspended in the air, and it had no legs. It was extending its arms towards her.
An iron scrap fell from the rooftop.
Oh God, it could have killed someone.
The entity craved the death of not only Lisa, it also wanted to take the life of her sister, Aida. I see a hand drawing some signs. The hand belongs to a woman. It's a part of a ritual. A young woman. She's dead now. She says her name is Lesia.
It's Dad's niece, my cousin.
She died because of a man.
Her husband beat her up to death.
Lesia was only 30. Her husband beat her up badly and didn't let her go outside for a week. She had no chance to ask for help. Her mother found her when she came to visit her daughter, who hadn't answered her calls for a long time.
Her mom took her to the hospital, and she died in her mother's arms.
He did it to her because of the other woman.
He cheated on her.
One day, Lesia came home and found her husband, Alexander, with his mistress. She was going to leave him, but the man decided to stop her by force.
My goodness. She had little children.
Yes, she had 2 daughters. One was 9 and the other was 13. They orphaned, and their grandmother raised them.
But her husband got away with it. How is this even possible?
Lesia's husband wasn't punished for what he did.
You! The murderer got away with his crime because of you.
I didn't sue him. I'm Lesia's mother.
Katerina, Lesia's mother, is Alexandra's sister. She was the one who found her bleeding daughter in her house and tried to save her after her unfaithful husband had beaten her badly.
Do you mean you didn't sue the man who killed your daughter?
No. I thought it would be better for the children if they at least had a father. He lived with me and the children for a year.
But he killed your daughter. How could you have agreed to that?
This is in my nature. I can't offend anybody.
Alexander, I see that you also concealed the information on who beat up Lesia.
Then who would care for the kids? The government?
Do you really think that the man who murdered his wife can raise children? At that moment, I heard Lesia's voice. She told me she fell the first prey to the murderous entity, and now Lisa and Aida were doomed. But what kind of force was it that even the jinns couldn't help me deal with it?
These can be demons.
She mentioned something of the sort.
Who mentioned what?
My granddaughter, Tatiana, she died.
Was it Lesia's daughter?
Yes.
I see a slip knot around her neck.
She hung herself.
When her mother died, Tatiana was 13. It was more than 10 years ago. She grew up, graduated from a medical university, and married. She lived in the neighboring village with her husband Pavlo and his parents. Last summer, her mother-in-law found her dead in the backyard.
She did it herself. Something is wrong here. I don't believe it.
It is a mystery to Tetiana's friends and family why the young mother and the successful medic would suddenly kill herself.
She loved life and children, and she wanted to live.
She worked at the therapeutics department of our hospital and was an obstetrician in the village. People elected her to represent our village in the local council.
She changed. She became a recluse.
She stopped communicating with people.
She said, "I wish all those churches to burn." I told her not to say such things, as it's a great sin.
According to Tetiana's family, she became a different person not long before her death. She didn't sleep at night and was trying to go somewhere all the time, like someone was calling her. However, when the morning came, she didn't remember anything.
Don't you see the similarity? No. Lisa doesn't understand where she's trying to go either, and she can't recall many things.
I need to work at the site of Titiana's death.
The clairvoyants arrive at the place where the tragedy occurred. Tetiana's husband, Pavlo, and his parents, Volodymyr and Lyudmila, come outside to greet them.
We want to figure it out. We loved her as our own daughter.
According to Tetiana's husband and mother-in-law, her behavior changed after her daughter Sofia was born. At first, the family thought the young mother suffered from postnatal depression.
We found a psychotherapist for her, but the therapist said nothing was wrong with her.
However, Tetiana's behavior kept changing day by day.
She was always very cheerful and talkative. But then she withdrew into herself and didn't wish to speak to anybody. We visited monasteries, but they couldn't do anything there.
She said, "I'm not Tetiana, I'm a demon."
We lived for 8 years together. She was the best wife you could dream about.
They were very happy.
Titiana and I wanted to have a child very much.
But 5 months after the birth of the long-awaited child, Tetiana was gone.
I feel your pain. You blame yourself for what happened.
I kissed Sofia goodnight and went to bed. The next morning, I woke up to the screaming and yelling that Tetiana was no more.
Wait, where's Jana?
This is insane. I saw the well and a baby's body in it. The baby was dead. It was Tetiana's little daughter. Her mother killed her.
The next day, after our daughter reached the age of 5 months, she took off her cross and drowned her.
This is unimaginable. How is it even possible? Why did the mother kill her little baby?
Tetiana was hanging on that apple tree. Then my wife ran out of the house shouting, "The baby's gone." I saw the well was open. I opened the lid and saw the baby floating down there. Her 2 fingers were scratched. She probably cut them on the edge.
We want to know how she could even do this and what happened to her. Kayal, tell us, please.
The night. I see Tetiana come out of the house, carrying the baby. The girl is sleeping, but Tetiana doesn't drop her in the well. She puts her on the ground and squeezes her neck tightly, and the girl isn't breathing anymore.
Oh God.
The girl died in her sleep, and Tetiana dropped her in the well when she was dead. After that, she hung herself. I suddenly saw Tetiana's spirit.
I'm guilty because I did this, but I'm not the murderer.
I know. I know.
I loved you. Forgive yourself.
If only I could write it.
The entity that was hunting the family made her do it. And then the evil spirit caused Tetiana to commit suicide.
What kind of force is it?
Jana. I can hear Jinn again.
Are they back?
He says, "I'll show you the woman whose fault it is." You summoned the entity that's killing this family. Are you Tetiana's friend?
Yes.
This woman's name is Olha. She lives nearby.
Did you carry out some rituals?
No. I've never done this.
But why did the Jinn bring me to you?
This woman will be next.
On the second or third day after Tetiana died, I withdrew into myself thinking, drop your child into the well.
Oh God.
I feared to look into my daughter's eyes. I felt like I really wanted to do something to her.
All of a sudden, other women started surrounding us. They all told us they also heard the strange voice and saw the dark silhouette without legs.
The shadow was roaming around me, and it knocked on my window pane.
Was it the legless figure? Did you see it too?
I saw it in my bedroom. It was a little taller than the door.
Dear God, the entity that hunted one family started hunting others. Then I had a vision of an unearthed grave into which 2 coffins were being lowered. Those were Tetiana and her daughter. She who lies in the same grave as her murderer.
Was Tetiana buried in the same grave as her daughter, whom she'd killed?
Yes, they made a grave a little wider.
When you find her who lies in the same grave as her murderer, don't trust Kayal's words.
The Jinn lied to me, and then I realized what was going on. There are light and dark jinns. I work with the good ones, and the one that came to me is evil. He tricked me, but I didn't summon him. Somebody else did it. But who? The brother and the sister will show the way to the truth. You were supposed to burn alive when you were little.
We were kids and the house caught fire. Our neighbor, a young fellow, saved us from the fire.
Alexander and Katerina were only 3 years old. Their mother went outside for a minute, and when she came back, the house was ablaze.
It wasn't an accident, but an arson. Your father did it. He wanted to kill you to avenge your mother.
The father of the twins began beating their mother. The woman wasn't going to tolerate his abuse and made him leave the house. She forbade him to approach the children. And then he decided to do something awful.
He thought, since I can't see my children, you won't see them either.
However, even after what he did, the father wasn't punished by the law.
She feared that your father could return any moment.
And she was willing to even ask the devil to help her.
Jana, my book told me about Katerina and Alexander in the morning. When you see the children in the burning house, find him who grants wishes. Your mother asked a djinn for help, and her close friend helped her. That woman was a Muslim.
Yes, she had such friend.
That woman didn't know much about rituals, and so she summoned an evil djinn. And the evil jinns use people's wishes against them. For instance, if you want wealth, you will have it. All your relatives will die, and you'll inherit all their property. The djinn granted protection to Alexander and Katerina But now he's taking away the lives of the younger generations. And his power is spreading throughout the village.
Help us rid ourselves of it.
I know one spell, but it's very complicated and dangerous for everyone who is around.
Let's do it like this. You will conduct the ritual and I will protect the people.
Suddenly, the lightning flashed, and thunder began to roar.
It was very cold all of a sudden. I had goosebumps.
I'm scared and shocked.
He refuses to leave. Leave this place. Leave it forever.
At this moment, a woman faints.
Quiet, quiet, quiet.
I felt something grab me and throw me down.
God, what is it?
At that moment, I saw him. He was dissolving in the air. And then I felt all the power drain out of me.
Are you unwell?
Jana, I'm all right. We made it. He left, and he won't come back. When you ask otherworldly forces for help, you never know who will come to you. As such, if a dark entity answers your call, it will make you pay a terrible price, no matter how good your intentions are.
I'd really love to say a big thank you to the psychics.
A mystical entity has unleashed a hunt for children. Can the psychics stop the supernatural killer? Don't miss out. One of the most emotional investigations of the project. We received a plea for help from the Basenko family, Vitali, Natalia, and their children. These people are convinced that something supernatural lives in their home.
It's so terrifying when you sit and suddenly feel a breath on the back of your neck.
Sometimes I feel someone walk behind me and put their hand like this, but it's gone before I turn around.
I lie down to sleep and feel something climbing onto the bed and laughing. I can't move my hands or feet. It keeps climbing and crushes me, like a woman grabbing my neck.
Natalia is a homemaker. It's never been a problem for her to care for the livestock and cook delicious meals, but lately she's been afraid to enter the kitchen.
I was cooking in the kitchen. A knife was lying on the edge of the table. Then it suddenly fell and stuck into the board next to my foot.
Vitalius is a good provider and can turn his hand to anything. He repairs the machinery himself and often feels a presence while working outside.
I saw a reflection of some kind of silhouette in the glass of my welding helmet. The silhouette was dark and blurry.
After seeing this silhouette again, the man narrowly escaped an accident.
A concrete slab fell. I don't know how many tons it was, and I was standing right there, a couple of meters away.
The parents fear that not only they, but also their children can fall prey to the unknown entity at any moment. The family has decided to immediately seek help from the psychics.
They're our last hope, because I don't know where else to turn.
Yana Pasinkova and Yaroslava Fedorova answer the family's plea and take on the case.
I had a dream of a little girl. She was about 4 years old. First, she stood with her back to me, but then she turned around, and instead of a face, she had a human skull.
The cause lies in a woman who's gone.
A dead woman.
She's gone. The woman hides a secret locked away.
But I see a man. He holds a knife. He holds the knife, aiming at the woman. I hear a voice saying, "Stop! Please, stop here!"
We're still 2 kilometers from the Basenkos' house, but the van stops.
All right, I need to go there. I can't go any further. There's a snowdrift. Wait. He says, "Help me, help me." How can I help him?
Later, we discovered that there is a cemetery in the direction Yaroslava was pointing. Thousands of people are buried there, so we don't know whose spirit appeared to her or why he is calling her.
He says, the answer is in the water. What water?
Meanwhile, our crew has set up sensitive equipment in the Basenkos' home, and what they captured defies any logical explanation. Something semi-transparent and dark, resembling the silhouette described by the father of the family, moves around the room.
The silhouette is dark and blurry.
Nobody in the crew has ever seen anything like that.
Do you see it? Here. You see it pass?
It looks like an ordinary shadow. Somebody passed, and their shadow fell there.
If there'd been someone there, they would have passed in front of the camera. The camera is right by the wall.
It really looks like something alive.
Or dead.
This is what the psychics are to figure out. They arrive at the house.
Hello.
Hello? Can we go there?
Of course.
I've seen a woman. She's gone, but she thinks the house is hers. She won't let you live here. You've almost lost your children twice. Surgery, intervention, knives.
Our son was at death's door. They saved him in Kiev at the endocrinology clinic.
He was one step close to death, just like when he was born. And then, when he was 1 year and 4 months old, he had severe dehydration.
The family's problems started a long time ago. But are those incidents related to what's going on in the house now?
Yana, over here. I see what you told me about.
Look, a woman. She owns the property.
Yes, a woman used to live here, but she died.
Vitaly bought this house a few years ago.
She didn't just die.
She was murdered.
The locals say the woman died of a heart attack.
It's a murder. No one knows about it, though. There's a man involved in her death.
She had a husband, and he would mistreat her.
Vitaly's mother, who lives next door, knew the late woman well.
She was a kind woman, but her husband did such things that only made her cry.
The woman died suddenly about 8 years ago, and at the time, no one found it suspicious that her husband refused the autopsy.
He said, "You won't bring her back to life, so why cut her open?"
He beats her day and night, but she's silent, and everyone pretends it's okay.
They were a very secretive family.
The woman's spirit said her husband murdered her and didn't face punishment. Naturally, she's angry and causing destruction all around.
The husband died of stomach cancer a few years after his wife's death.
She demands justice. She's bound to this place, and she suffers because she wants the truth to be revealed. She's determined to bring attention to her cause by any means necessary.
She wants to leave this place. She shows the gate. The gate opened.
We needed to pacify the woman's spirit.
Let us perform a ritual.
The woman will no longer disturb you.
Yana. There he's standing. A dead man. He's tall and muscular, and his hair's dark.
That's my father.
It was the same spirit that called me when we drove past the cemetery. He says the answer is in the water.
He was found drowned.
Vitaly's father, Petro Basenko, drowned in the local lake 6 years ago. But why do the psychics see his spirit? Could his death be linked to the entity trying to wipe out the entire family?
Go to the water. Where can we find water here?
It's far from here.
All the answers are in the water.
The psychics and the family hurry to the lake. However, they can't reach it, as the snow is knee-high. We call a tractor. The crew and the psychics wait for it for 3 hours. Finally, it arrives, but something incredible happens right before our eyes. It appears that an unseen force overturns the multi-ton vehicle.
My God. Look.
And the wheels above the ground.
Some kind of force wouldn't let us go there. This is not an ordinary lake.
Cars overturned here, and so did a combine and a tractor. Vehicles overturned on both sides of the pond.
The deaths are inexplicable. I see children. I see an older man and a younger man.
There are lots of them.
Many people drowned there.
Lots of them?
Yes, I alone found 2.
My cousin drowned. He was a sailor. He was trying to save a girl, but drowned himself. My godfather also drowned.
It turns out that many people have indeed drowned in this lake. At least 2 deaths occur here every year, and they are all quite mysterious. The locals fear for their lives and avoid the lake.
It feels like this isn't water, but a cemetery, you see?
It's an ancient cemetery. People were buried shallowly here, and the water washed them away.
Do I understand it right that it's a flooded cemetery?
As we found later, there used to be a ravine with a cemetery here. But over several decades, it was flooded by groundwater, which washed the bones out of their graves.
The water that washed over a dead person, as well as any water that was at the cemetery for some time, is what we call dead water. This entire lake, with its flooded graves, is dead water. And the locals swim in this dead water.
That's why people often die here. Vitali's father also died from this dead water.
Why did he call me here? He says all the answers are in the water. I thought maybe the spirit of the dead father was drawing his son's attention in this way. He forced Vitali to ask us for help because the lake where his body was found is a real threat to the whole village. We need to bless the lake, and the church should tell the people how to ask for forgiveness from the deceased whose rest they disturbed.
I see the woman again. There's the woman, and there's a hole in the ground. The hole almost took your child.
Our daughter fell into the well.
But it wasn't here.
Over that way.
Do you mean you have another house?
I did, yes.
It turned out that this Basenko family has only lived in their current house for the past 3 years. Before that, they lived on the other side of the village, where the tragedy occurred with their then little daughter, Oksana. When the girl was 5, she fell into an almost empty well.
She and our neighbor's boy were playing there, and they decided to check what's in the well, and she suddenly fell into it. She cried, "Mommy, pull me out." But the well there is very deep.
It was terrible. I tried to climb out, but I couldn't.
The father wasn't at home. Natalia couldn't pull the girl out on her own. The neighbors came running, hearing the woman's screams. Among them was Grandpa Petro, Natalia's father. It was he who threw a rope into the well, climbed down, and rescued his granddaughter.
She clung to him by the neck and wouldn't let go.
The man's spirit said that the answer was in the water. But there's water both in the lake and the well.
I need to see that house.
We set out to the house where the Basenkos used to live.
Could we talk to the owners?
Yes. Hello. Tanya, could you please come to see us?
The house is now abandoned. Vitalis sold it to his friends, but they couldn't stay within its walls for long.
I had this feeling that someone was following me. I clearly felt someone's gaze, but when I turned around, there was nobody there. And the footsteps in the attic, like someone was walking up there. The kids were restless and couldn't sleep.
Tanya and her family moved in with her parents. They were too terrified to stay in the house.
Good evening. Tanya, pleased to meet you.
Evil lives here. This is its abode.
Yes, it bangs and it knocks and chandeliers fall for no reason. Even at night, something dark and shadowy came to press down on me, and I saw a black shadow.
Could the same dark entity be present in both houses, driving out not only the Basenkos, but anyone who settles in these walls?
It seems that this force clung to this family in their old home and is haunting them wherever they go. There's something bad. The horrible creature from my dream. The little girl with the skull instead of her face. But now, instead of the eyes, she had shards of a mirror. Stop.
A window at the back of the house shattered. Nobody understands how it happened.
Such things happen all the time.
I'm going inside.
When I ask what's in common between the old and new residents of the house, do you know what the cards say? They are united by dead children. You paid with your child.
My daughter, was hit by a car. Her name was Yulia.
It turned out that soon after moving into this house, a terrible tragedy befell Tanya's family. Their 4-year-old daughter, Yulia, was killed by a car right outside the gate.
I was at home making dinner. She said, "Mom, I'm going to Grandma Olya's," and then I heard a crash, and that was it.
The girl died on the spot. The driver, of course, defended himself as best he could, but his testimony was far too strange. The man claimed that a woman pushed the girl under the wheels. Oh, his car. But at the same time, he couldn't describe the woman.
People point fingers at her, saying she did it.
People told me that all the time. They said I pushed her on purpose to get rid of her.
It's quite possible that the driver wasn't lying. He really did see a woman, but she was dead. A spirit pushed the child. That's what the cards show me.
At that very moment, in the house where Yaroslava Fedorova was working, a mirror shattered into pieces right in front of the camera crew.
A dead woman with an axe. She dances with the devil, like she's possessed.
She would indeed laugh for no reason.
It turns out the Basenko family bought this house after the strange woman who lived here passed away.
This house is haunted by the spirit of that insane woman, and it's possible that she could attack anyone who settles here. But to stop her, we need to understand the reason for her anger. And the main question is, what do the children have to do with this?
The woman killed a man.
She strikes him on the head with the axe.
This sounds incredible, but it's a fact. The neighbors confirm it.
She killed her husband and hid his body not far from the house. People found the bones.
The motive of the murder remains unknown to date.
She doesn't understand what she's doing. Her eyes are glassy. She had some kind of grief, like yours, a small child.
The woman lost her child here.
No one knows what happened to the toddler. The neighbors only know the girl suddenly disappeared. Could the insane mother have killed her own daughter?
I need to read the cards. I need to sit somewhere here. The key to the mystery lies in the death of the first child. Whoever killed that child is killing all the others. Did the woman do it? No. She buried her here. Guys, we have a body.
Yes.
We found it by accident during the renovation.
Vitali found a child's body buried on site while he was digging a trench on the property.
Indeed, a skull and a skeleton. We called the police and forensic experts. They took the bones for examination.
Everything pointed to the crazy owner of the house, but she didn't kill her child. The girl was taken not by someone, but by something. And only after that, her mother went insane.
She's also a victim. Some demonic force killed her daughter. Just like it killed Tanya's daughter, and it tried to kill Natalia's daughter in the well. This place takes children. If it hadn't been for your father, the girl wouldn't be here.
The grandfather said the answer was in the water. I looked at the well and saw the girl again, her face a skull, her eyes shards of a mirror.
The ill fortune comes from the well.
I approached the girl and looked into her eyes, and in the shards, I saw a reflection of a woman with incredibly long black hair. She was looking into the mirror and whispering something. She has long, dark hair and large, bright lips.
Gypsies used to live here.
The elderly villagers remember a gypsy family living in this house over 70 years ago.
The woman has abilities, and she gives hope to mothers about their children.
The gypsy woman who lived in that house could remove curses. She could save children from the other world. When children were seriously ill, they were brought to her.
She says, "I take their misfortunes into my hands. All these misfortunes are here, in this water."
Get me a little water. There's something at the bottom. Something the woman placed there.
The gypsy woman practiced magic, sealing all the negativity, curses, evil eye, and children's illnesses into an object. Then she threw it into the well, but I don't know what kind of object it was.
Rubina. She's very knowledgeable. She's a gypsy herself. Let's ask her.
The clairvoyants call their colleague, Rubina Cybulska, over Skype for advice.
What's used in gypsy magic?
Sand, cards, and a mirror.
I'm having goosebumps all over my body.
But it can also be used to remove curses, illnesses, and even deaths. You seal them in a mirror.
I feel her dump something.
A gypsy woman who practices magic would never throw away her working mirror, because if it breaks, it releases a terrible force that can kill.
So, the gypsy woman removed illnesses from children, lifted curses, and sealed them all in her mirror. All this negative energy accumulated in incredible amounts, turning the mirror into an entity.
When the gypsy left, she, for some unknown reason, threw the mirror into the well, and it broke.
And then I realized who the girl with mirror shards for her eyes was. The deadly entity made of hundreds of children's illnesses and deaths took on the form of a child.
Years later, someone opened the well. The woman who moved in after the gypsies. She released the entity and fell its victim. The well must be sealed.
For that, we need a small clay pot and milk, and a handful of coins.
Thank you.
We shouldn't simply thank these people, but carry them in our arms.
A bloody butcher from the netherworld is hunting living people. Can a mother and her daughter save themselves from the poltergeist? In this episode, the psychics responded to a request for help from Tamara Ivanova from Ukraine. She claims that her only daughter, Yulia, is about to die. For some time now, Tamara has been seeing the same nightmare of a fresh grave in her daughter's room.
A railing and a tombstone, and lots of wreaths and flowers. I'm afraid of this dream.
Tamara is panicked because 20 years ago, after she had a similar nightmare, she lost her son.
Dennis and the boys were playing football at the seashore, and he accidentally hurt his foot. The fever hit him after 3 days, and he was really sick. 4 days after the injury, he died.
The medics diagnosed the 16-year-old Dennis with acute osteomyelitis, a rare condition.
This is an inflammation of the bone marrow when the bone starts rotting. As a rule, the provoking point is an injury, which is then followed by so-called septic shock. That is, a huge amount of microorganisms from the center of infection penetrate the bloodstream, which spreads the infection.
The teenager's sudden death came as a shock not only for his family, but also for the medics. The ailment couldn't have progressed so quickly to kill a person in just 4 days.
As a rule, it takes hematogenous osteomyelitis weeks or even months to develop.
I begged God not to take him away from me.
And 40 days later, the nightmare about the grave in the bedroom repeated. That time, it took the life of Tamara's husband, Ihor.
adenocarcinoma, a cancerous tumor in his stomach. It was something terrible.
And now, for a month already, the nightmare of her daughter's death has been tormenting Tamara. Yana Pasinkova and Olena Kurilova, who are among the strongest psychics in the project, are going to help the mother and her daughter. Yana and her colleague are on their way.
The picture is the following. A dark man with a ferocious beast's gaze holds a shard of something in his hands, and blood is dripping from it. It feels like he's murdered somebody. There's Olena in there.
A huge piece of glass fell and smashed just a step from another psychic, Olena Kurilova. As it turned out, the draft made the glass on the staircase window fall.
This man's spirit is trying to stop us, but I don't understand who he is yet.
Yana, last night I saw teeth in my dream, a whole heap of human teeth. The woman who called us, Tamara, it was her hand. And into it, the teeth were falling.
This is a bad dream.
It's possible there were lots of similar deaths in this family.
Tamara injured her leg and can barely walk now, but she still went outside to meet the psychics. Her daughter is at the college, but she's going to be back soon.
Hello.
Hello, Tamara. Don't even stand up, please. Sit down. To understand what is going on, we need to start with the first death. Tamara, tell me, what was your son's name?
Dennis.
Do you have his photo? I was shocked by the photos Tamara showed us. In them, her son was in the coffin, and photos from funerals contain the death energetics and can be harmful. You shouldn't keep them.
It's the same as if you put the coffin in front of a mirror, and the dead person leaves their imprint in the mirror.
As soon as Olena told Tamara about the dead person in the mirror, I again had a vision of the aggressive man with the bloodied shard in his hands. That time, the man approached me and stood very close, trying to tell me something, but he couldn't utter the words because he had no teeth left in his mouth.
I tuned into the photo of Dennis, Tamara's son, to understand what could take him to the other world. Dennis, my son. Mom. Mom? May I lie down? Mom, I'll lie down next to you like this.
Yes, it happened. It was a few hours before his death.
It's been 20 years, but the poor mother remembers it all clearly, as if it happened just yesterday, and she barely holds back her tears. Who and why has been taking away her closest people?
I asked the cards who was responsible for Dennis's demise. The answer stunned me numb. The cards said it was Dennis's mother who was to blame for his death.
Your son says, my mother cursed me with her words and deeds. Is it true?
It wasn't me. He was 4 when he became my son.
Do you mean you adopted him?
It turned out that when Tamara met her future husband, he was divorced and he was raising Dennis by himself.
Dennis immediately became very dear to me. When he saw me at the bus stop where I was waiting for them, he broke free from his dad and started running, shouting, "Mom!" When I embraced him, I felt like something changed deep in my soul. I felt he was my son.
The woman raised the boy like her own child. She put her heart into him. But the boy's biological mother didn't even show interest in her son.
Drugs, theft, promiscuous lifestyle, jails.
We realized that Dennis was condemned to death, but his biological mother, not Tamara. But why would that woman do it? The mother's curse is a terrible thing. It's even worse than magic. Do you understand? It's a powerful energetic impulse. It can even go without magic.
Alone. You'll stay alone. You'll be without them. They're mine. One is my son, and the other is my husband, and 2 candles. Look, the 2 funeral candles lit by her.
She said it directly. She told me she'd light the candles to make me unhappy.
It turns out that Dennis's biological mother lit funeral candles for both her son and her husband, and soon afterward, both died. Then why are Tamara and Yulia in danger now? Does it mean that something else is trying to drag them to the other world?
Hello. I'm Yulia.
Yulia, pleased to meet you. I thought the problem might be in the apartment. Show me your apartment.
Yes.
You stay with me, please? I'd like to talk to you in private. You adopted her, didn't you? I have a feeling it was your son's last will.
I was at an orphanage for babies, on business, when she was brought there, and he saw her.
For half of her life, the woman was an epidemiologist. In the spring of 1998, she went to the orphanage to inspect its sanitation. 2-year-old Yulia was brought there. It so happened that Tamara's son, Dennis, arrived there. He came to take the key to the apartment from his mother.
He saw them deliver the girl in an ambulance. She didn't want to go, so they had to take her out by force, but she grabbed a woman in a white gown and screamed desperately. So, Dennis told me, I can't watch it. She won't make it here. Mom, let's take her home.
The Children's Service took the girl from her alcoholic mother, who organized a den for drug addicts at home.
And when you lost your son, you made a decision you wanted to adopt this girl.
I didn't know Dennis at all, but I'm grateful to him for saving my life. Literally. I don't know what could have happened to me, but now I can live a normal life.
Tamara gave all her love to her adopted children, but why couldn't she have children of her own? When I realized what had happened to her, I had a lump in my throat. You were pregnant. Oh, I see the baby conceived by violence in you.
I was raped. I was a teacher, and he was my student at the night school. He was 2 years elder than me.
Tamara had just graduated from the pedagogical university and still lived with her parents.
And your mother told you to have an abortion?
Yes.
After that, no matter how hard you tried to have a child of your own, you failed.
Secondary infertility, yes.
The woman has lost almost everybody she loved. Yulia is the only one who's left, but she's also in danger now.
I feel great jealousy in this apartment. I see something fall from a hand.
We found coins and earth, and there were crosses drawn.
I felt the energy of anger and envy from their neighbor.
Mom herself saw her put coins on the stairs.
It was quite possible she was the cause of the misfortune in Tamara's family. I needed to consult Olena urgently.
Olena Kurilova and Tamara are climbing the stairs to the 4th floor.
What that woman's name?
Katerina.
Katerina. We would like to talk to you, please.
Tamara says her neighbor has no job and almost never leaves her apartment. However, nobody answered the door.
Yes, I heard someone stand behind the door and watch us. But the neighbor didn't come out.
This is magic to make you broke.
I don't drink or waste money in vain, and I don't buy different unnecessary things, but I'm still broke.
But if the neighbor's magic isn't the cause of the death that's been threatening Tamara and Yulia, then who or what is trying to take the women's lives?
I have the vision of the teeth again. The woman takes a handful of coins and gives them to somebody, and in return she receives a handful of teeth. And the teeth are not animals, they're human teeth. I heard her voice. It belonged to a young woman. The woman was repeating something like Sturva. That is a bitch.
But who is this young woman? And why would she wish death to the mother and her daughter?
I suggest that we go into your apartment.
Yes, let's go. Hush. Oh.
When Elena entered, she felt unwell.
Blood. There are pools of blood. Over here.
My head's burning. I can't see anything. My eyes hurt, and there's something dripping. Blood. It was there and there. It was on the banister. A man comes in. His head is not okay. He enters. Interestingly, he's not walking. He's running, dashing, and shouting, "I'll kill you! I'll kill you all!"
Me and her were attacked with a knife.
This is awful. How could it be? Some man tried to stab the women at their home.
This is him. He's sturdy, big, and his hair is red. He's holding a technical knife. He grabs you by the hair and cuts your neck.
Yes. He slashed me badly. First he stabbed me here, but then he probably understood the heart was from the opposite side and started stabbing there. But I resisted.
I have a feeling of you wearing a bloody mask on your face.
I have 11 knife wounds.
This good-looking young woman has cuts all over her face. They're invisible now because after the attack, she had an incredible number of plastic surgeries.
And it turned out that the man didn't stop at that.
He raped me orally. My left cheek was cut through.
The women's insane screaming was heard all over the building. However, none of the neighbors opened the door. The mother and her daughter crawled outside on their bellies. There, passers-by saw them bloodied and called the police and an ambulance.
Do you know the man who attacked you? Who was it?
It was our neighbor. He attacked us.
This is impossible to comprehend. But why did the man do this to the mother and her daughter? How did he enter their apartment?
The doorbell rang. Yulia answered. I heard her speak to somebody. It was our neighbor Nelia. She and her family rented the apartment across from us. She said her husband got drunk. She feared for her baby and wanted to call a taxi, so she asked to use our phone.
Tamara and Yulia let the woman with the baby in her arms in, and they probably saved their lives with it. When the drunken man woke up, his wife wasn't home. So, enraged, he attacked the women instead of her.
Here, I have the photo. This is what she looked like, her face cut all over. Here's the head, the forehead, and this is the check cut through.
We need to understand what the source of the danger is and what we can do about it.
I saw a man looking at me from the mirror. He had dark skin and was covered in blood. I hear a whisper saying, "Sturva." Are these things yours? Wow. You look at that.
There's something there.
Give me scissors.
Everyone froze. What could be hiding inside a seemingly ordinary dress?
This is a human tooth. Look.
This is incredible, but where did the tooth come from? Who and why hid it inside the dress?
The tooth was pulled out as part of a magic ritual from a jaw of a dead person who was a murderer.
It's been done to you so you would die. Tell me, where is this dress from?
I have a Nigerian husband.
It turned out that many years after her husband's death, Tamara felt lonely and married again. This time, it was a Nigerian man.
He presented me with the necklace when he proposed me to marry him.
The man is currently home in Nigeria.
I recalled the dark man from my vision, the one with the shard in his hands and without teeth.
You were lonely for a long time, but then met him online, didn't you?
He's Nigerian, and he's very handsome.
Did you love him?
I loved him madly.
Tamara showed us the photos of her husband. What can I say? Of course, he's about 30 years younger than her, but age is never an obstacle for love.
A woman did it.
Listen, he has a wife.
Did you know he had the wife?
Yes.
Polygamous marriage?
He said she'd chosen the dress for me.
Oh, so this is what she'd chosen.
Tamara was the Nigerian woman's rival, and she decided to get rid of her, and Yulia in addition.
He texted me, warning me to be cautious. He said he couldn't tell me the truth and said I had to read about voodoo.
The tooth we found in Tamara's dress belonged to a dead person, and the word the woman was whispering in my vision was a curse. I heard it silently, ringing in my ear. Sterva.
We were shocked to learn the translation of the word sterv. It's a verb that means die in Hausa. Does this mean the African wife condemned her rival to death?
We need to neutralize the curse.
Olena began carrying out the ritual. I turned to Yulia and saw the spirit of the man with the bloodied shard in his hands.
I don't feel well. It's like a lump in my throat.
This is something terrible.
The spirit resisted. He didn't wish to leave. He took possession over Yulia, and so she fainted.
The clairvoyant was saying prayers over Yulia, but she remained unconscious. Eventually, when the crew decided to call an ambulance, the woman suddenly opened her eyes.
Let go of her. Get out. Let go of her. Get out. The spirit left the young woman's body, but it didn't go away. It was still there, in the apartment. We had to catch it and make it leave. And suddenly, I saw him in the mirror. It was our chance not to let him in again. Smash it! The link between the spirit and this family was destroyed. He stayed in the mirror world, where he can't harm anybody.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Hold on, it's going to be fine. You'll marry soon.
After a while, we contacted the family. They were doing well. Even after what she went through, Yulia found happiness and is now preparing to be a mother.
I'm a future mom.
A future mom? Well, what a belly.
The baby is all right, and my condition is fine.
We are genuinely grateful that you came and helped us. Thank you so much.
A poltergeist attacks a family of farmers from Ukraine. It all started when they moved into a new house. Who is really terrorizing the family?
I fear for my life and the lives of my dear people and my children.
Nadia is 47. She has a big family, a husband, and 2 married sons. They recently finished building a house and settled there. But on their first night there, they heard awful sounds that made their blood run cold.
We heard this howling. I can't even tell you what a terrible night we had.
The neighbor who frequents the house also heard the scary noises.
It's like, it howls. Ooh, something like this. It's horrible. It didn't happen just once.
Apart from this, the people also hear somebody's steps in the house.
It's like stomp, 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 but there's nobody around.
Soon afterward, the supernatural power began leaving strange marks on the windows and walls.
It left the marks that looked like huge hands. You know, like they're going downward.
But the evil spirit soon went from mere frightening to posing real danger to the people's lives.
It's so hard to even think of that evening, that I can't even articulate it all.
She remembers that she was busy doing housework. The next thing she recalls is that she was in the attic with a slipknot around her neck.
I came to when I heard shouting, "Mom, Mom, Mom." I pulled myself together and thought, what am I doing here? What?
Her son and his wife came back home after visiting their friends, but somehow they couldn't enter the house.
The door wasn't locked, but he couldn't open it.
Even the door handle broke.
It's like someone was holding it, some invisible force. Yes, it was holding the door from the other side and didn't want to let my son in the house, so he wouldn't find me.
Nadia has no idea how she ended up in the slipknot. The only thing she remembers is that she was like controlled by some kind of force.
It was like a voice was telling me what to do, and I was doing what it was ordering me to do.
The woman began worrying that she'd developed mental problems. However, the psychiatrist argues she has no mental deviations.
The patient shows no mental disorders. She's not depressed, she doesn't hallucinate, and she has no anxiety disorders. I'm afraid I can't provide explanations for what's going on or the reasons behind her behavior.
The family thinks the former plot owner is trying to kill them, as they had his old house ruined after they purchased the plot of land. However, they can't sell the house since the land also hosts a farm in which the family has invested a lot of work and effort.
We would like the psychics to come visit us and try to help us.
Please help us. I want Olena Kurilova to come. I really want her to come see us. I know she can help us.
Our project's regular experts, clairvoyant Olena Kurilova and witch Zhana Shulikova, took up the case.
Zhana, I had a strange dream last night. A woman was holding out a book to me. I opened it and saw a blank page inside, and it read in the middle of it, "Find her death." Then the book started burning suddenly.
Is it supposed to mean Nadia's death, or the death itself?
I can't be sure yet.
Let me consult my cards. It doesn't make any sense. A child, a girl, and a knife. Who can this girl with the knife be?
What kind of force could be chasing this family? Reveal yourself.
What happened?
You look at the road.
Oh my God, what is it? A wolf?
I was driving along the empty road. Then the wolf ran onto the road. I hit the brake, but we lost the tire.
Where is it? It's like it evaporated. Are you sure it's nowhere near?
It's nowhere near. It wasn't a wolf. It was the force you'd summoned.
They were lucky the van didn't overturn. After the tire was changed, the psychics made it to Nadia's house in half an hour.
Do you see it?
What is this?
Look, there's blood everywhere.
What, is it possible someone was murdered here?
Nadia and her daughters-in-law come out to greet the psychics. Her husband and their sons are at work, as usual.
It's so good to see you here.
Thank you for coming to visit us. It really matters a lot to us.
We have a question to ask. Was anybody ever killed on this street?
No, nothing like this has ever happened.
It's weird. Could we enter the property?
Of course, please.
Olena, I'm going to walk around for a while. I hope you don't mind.
Let me examine you, Nadia. Wow, no way. Do you feel this cold breathing?
I feel it. I feel the cold on my feet. It's crawling up my legs.
Give me your hand. The cradle is empty. Your daughter is supposed to be in it. The elder daughter-in-law, right? And you're supposed to be the younger one, aren't you? How long have you been married?
Almost 6 years.
We've been together for over 4 years.
You haven't been pregnant either. I felt the force wasn't only trying to kill Nadia, but it was also preventing a new generation from appearing in their family.
Can I wash my hands? I was touching the ground, but I need to work with the cards.
Over there. You can wash your hands there.
Let's go inside all together. We need to work in the house. It feels like it's all covered in black tar. This is some kind of serious necrotic energy. It means it comes from a dead body.
Especially considering nobody has ever died in the house, you see?
It's true. The house is new, so nobody has died in it.
Wait up. I'm being led. Something was dragging me into the next room. The powerful necrotic energy was emanating from it. But no sooner had I headed for it when Jana called me. She saw something strange in the window.
Where has it gone? I was looking out of the window and... Do you see that white fence? I thought there was a wolf there.
This is madness. On our way here, we almost had a crash, to be honest.
Thank God we were lucky to stay alive. The van's tire got torn, so it had to be changed.
The driver slammed the brakes suddenly because there was something standing in front of the van. It looked like a wolf.
We were going to Odessa. It was on Spas, if I'm not wrong, and something huge ran onto the road. It was something like a dog, something hairy, and it appeared right in front of our wheels. But my husband still reacted and turned the car. We ended up in the oncoming lane. Had there been a car in it, we would have crashed.
It is the force that's haunting you. Have you seen it around the house?
I've seen it too.
You saw that?
Over there?
I didn't quite get it at first, but then it quickly jumped over the fence and was gone. It moves by leaping like this.
An entity that could change into absolutely different shapes was threatening this family. It left prints on the wall, or haunted them as a dog or a wolf. Nadia, it's got something to do with you.
The psychics were taken by surprise when the entity emerged, and they went aside to talk in private.
Why won't she mention the blood? You won't find pools of blood in front of every house.
And the girl with the knife that your card showed. What if it's somehow connected with her?
I don't like the blood. Let's go back and ask her directly, and that's it. Do you see? The ground is flooded with blood all over. Where's the blood from?
On the second day of Easter, somebody splashed the house with blood.
It was last year. There were spots of blood from here and up to the pavement, and they were huge.
Splashing blood on a religious holiday is a great jinx. It's probable that, together with the jinx, someone summoned the entity that haunts the family.
Whose blood is this? Is it human blood?
It's animal blood. It was charmed.
It was done by a woman, definitely. A woman did it.
But why would anybody do it? To ruin the family, to make them fall out, to ignite bloody fights among them.
Before you got spilled with the blood and now? Has the attitude toward you changed? Like your husband's attitude?
There are rows all the time.
And you were raised a hand against?
Yes.
By someone you love, weren't you?
Yes.
Though it hadn't happened before, he'd adored you, saying, "My princess, my queen."
Yes, it's right. Elena felt very precisely and clearly how tenderly he used to call me. He loved me so much that, well, he loved me a lot.
Oh God. Why is the distance here so huge?
Because I'm from Siberia. I met my husband in Siberia. He went there to work, and he began courting me immediately. He said he fell in love with me at first sight.
A month later, Nadia and Raihori married and came to live in Ukraine, where the man is from.
It wasn't easy for me to leave my home, but for my husband and for the love we had, because I loved him madly, I did it. And I left my home, my parents, and all my relatives. We're always together, and we've lived together for 27 years already.
But then it changed drastically, didn't it?
Yes.
His eyes became like glassy. When he walks, it feels like he's about to come through you. Like he's looking through you.
Yes. It's all true.
It's the effect of magic.
Unfortunately, he lost those feelings. But I still have them.
The discord in her family is a hard challenge for Nadia. Her husband and her sons are everything she has.
I've devoted my life to them. I've given them everything.
Have you seen who could be doing it, like any silhouettes?
There are 2 cameras over here.
The security cameras didn't notice anybody trespassing on the farm's territory. But when the women watched the recording, they saw some figures spilling blood at their fence.
I have it on my phone.
Let me see it. All right, quiet.
Look, they're definitely women.
Here they are standing.
Zana, where are you going?
Come on, let me show you something. No, it's not it. No, over here. Hello, I'd like to speak to you. My question may sound weird, but I came here from their house, led by the pendulum. What were you doing at Nadia's fence? I'm sure you know her, don't you? On the Easter night, you spilled blood there.
God forbid.
It was done by 2 people who came there from this direction. Me and Jana identified this house.
I don't do such things. Never.
Does anybody else live with you?
I have a daughter, but she works in Kiev, and she lives there.
Olesha used to cook for our farm mechanics. To put it simply, she was our cook.
Later, Nadia's daughters-in-law took up the cooking for the farm staff, and this woman's daughter was offered a different job, but Olesya refused.
Olesya left us offended.
I've never done it to anybody. I've never done it to anybody in the village.
Listen to what the people say. They argue that you do it.
Everybody in the village says it.
They say she can bring different stuff at night.
I had dead water spilled on the road.
I found a knife, a frog, and a rat.
There's no law that would ban the use of magic. There's none. But there's the law up there. God's justice. Let's go get rid of this thing that's ruining the family.
The psychics conducted a ritual to break the spell that caused the discord in the family. But in the meantime, they felt that the mysterious entity that haunts Nadia was not connected with the neighbor.
Jana, we overlooked something. Where did I feel the entity last time? Let's try to recall it. I was close, very near. It's in the house.
After I said it was in the house, thunder rolled.
The moment I felt the necrotic energy in the house, Jana saw the wolf through the window. The entity was trying to distract us from something very important. I need to get inside the house. Over here, over here. It's right here. It's here. What's this?
It's mine, it's mine.
Take it and let's go outside. The ordinary purse was radiating such powerful negative energy that I became petrified.
What have you found?
It's inside her purse. There's some kind of death inside.
Death? The closer we approached the thing that was hidden in the purse, the worse the weather got. A real downpour began outside.
What's this? A knife in an ordinary purse?
Why do you carry the knife in your purse?
This knife is dear to me, Elena.
It's hot. It's really hot. Here, touch it.
I don't take such things with my hands.
Do you practice black magic?
God forbid.
This isn't an ordinary knife. Where is it from?
I took it from my grandma. This is why it's so dear to me.
It turned out the woman treated the knife as an amulet and therefore carried it around in her purse so it would always accompany her.
It used to belong to your grandma, you say.
It's wrapped in death.
What amulet?
What amulet? I'd never seen anything like this. The knife Nadia used to carry around with her was wrapped in death. I see your grandmother. She's mumbling something and burning some herbs. It's a kind of bundle of some grass she's waving.
She used to speak to ghosts.
The magic isn't Slavic.
The thing is that my lineage is from the Chuvash people.
But the Chuvash, so you're a Chuvash. Then it must be a shamanistic ritual, or what else could it be?
Yes, I had a shaman in my family.
And she was very powerful. What was her name?
Theodosia. Fedis, they called her. She lived for 96 years. She knew how to lift any kind of evil spell.
But if her grandma helped people, then how come Nadia inherited this deadly artifact from her?
Tell me, did she happen to have some book?
Grandma told me about some book. It wrote about different animals, and it contained hieroglyphs, and you had to learn that language.
It was a book of shamanistic spells.
It's burning. The book is burning.
Exactly. It was a powerful book, and it burnt.
Before Nadia's family moved from Chuvashia to Siberia, there was a fire in their house in which the ancient tome burned.
I had a dream about a woman. She was offering me a book. I opened it and saw blank pages with the only inscription, "Find her death." It turns out it was Nadia's grandmother.
So here it is. We found it. The death is on the knife. Suddenly, I saw Nadia clearly, as if she were balancing between life and death. It happens to people who are in a coma or have had a clinical death.
Yes. I died once. I experienced clinical death when I was 4.
As a young girl, Nadia caught meningitis and barely survived.
Mom told me I'd even bitten my tongue and was all bluish.
But Grandma came up to you and knelt, and she was cutting with this exact knife, mumbling something. And then you suddenly shouted out, "That's what you did. Your soul re-entered your body, you see."
Wait, the knife. Right, do you remember when I told you I'd had a little girl with a knife? It was you who I saw, the little girl with the knife. Such things are supposed to be buried afterward.
Yes. My nephew says he found it in the garden. It was 2 years ago.
And it all started 2 years ago. Your grandma buried it, but you unearthed it. She brought the entity together with the knife. She brought it into her own house.
I was too late to see Grandma alive. I couldn't come before she died. She'd been dying for 2 months, waiting for me all that time.
Your grandmother is a pure-hearted person. She loves you a lot. But this magic is preventing your grandchildren from entering this world.
If it's the magic that won't let them in, I think it's better to dispose of the knife.
Nadia hates the idea of throwing the knife away. It's her only memory of her grandmother, whom she loved so much.
It must be cleared.
Okay, in this salt and in this wax, it has to spend 40 days.
After that, you can clean it, wash it, and polish it. You can do anything with it.
Do you mean after we clear it now, it's going to be okay?
The knife will bring good. It's going to cut the bonds that have been restraining your family.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
This is unbelievable. The relic that Nadia believed was her family amulet was actually ruining her family. How many things like that can be found around us? If you liked this mysterious investigation by our psychics, give this video a like, and don't forget to subscribe to our channel so you'll never miss new episodes.